Boxing fans, the next big date to keep in mind is November 17th at the Kansas Star Arena and Casino.
November 17, huge card in Kansas City, headlined by the big man, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, real force in the heavyweight division against undefeated Bogdan Dinu. Claressa Shields, one of the biggest stars in world boxing right now, defending her world titles against Hannah Rankin. Gabriel Rosado against Luis Arias, a brilliant middleweight matchup. Those two already going at it with the heat. Brandon Rios against Canelo's brother, Ramon Alvarez, going to be an all-Mexican war. Nico Hernandez as well on the card, a local hero in Kansas, going to be a big night.
And they get it on
DAZN, as always. Don't miss it.
My time is coming. Like I was saying for the last couple of years, man, it's been my year, I'm coming. But, you know, I feel like we're in Matchroom and DAZN. I feel like it's the right step for me right now. And the main thing is constantly keep not only winning, of course, but selling myself and being true to the fans. I think the fans are starting to finally see that Big Baby talk smack when I'm real about it. And I just don't talk crap, I'm talking about common sense. I'm giving you statistically numbers that actually add up to what I'm saying, you know. So the main thing is going in and do what I do come November 17th.
And up there you said quantity, not quality. Do you feel like that's a mistake you were making? What do you mean by that
No,
exactly?
because, you know, I throw a shitload of punches,
right.
But I was in a mindset from the time I fought Jarrell Washington. I took 11 months off, and I'm fighting a guy on his promoter's card in my own hometown. And you go watch the numbers that the judge had that fight a draw by the time I stopped Jarrell Washington. And Steve Hart and Danny Jacobs were like, that fight was like all rounds with the Big Baby Middle, was 7-1 if anything. You know what I mean? So that had me in the mindset, I got to outwork guys. Even if they hate me, I got to throw 4 or 5 punches. So I wasn't really focused on quality, I focused on quantity. I want to outwork you. So I'm throwing a bunch of shots, but I'm not sitting on my second, I'm trying to outwork you. And I took that same thing when I fought Marius Watt. I dropped almost 20 pounds more, focus on quantity and quality, hurt my left hand. I ended up stopping him, but it wasn't my best fight, nowhere near.
Do you feel like that's kind of what like the Fury-Wilder fight's going to be? Everyone kind of says if Wilder doesn't knock him out, Fury will win a decision. Do you agree with that?
In some ways, yeah, because Tyson is a more active puncher than Deontay.
Sure.
But I know if Deontay starts swinging for the fences, and Fury doesn't have the best defensive moves, so he does get hit with, you know, shots here and there. And if Deontay whips one of them shots and they catch him, you know, we've seen Tyson get dropped 3 or 4 times his whole entire career. So I think if Deontay catches him clean, it's going to be early night.
Who would you prefer between those two to fight next?
Whoever got the belt, the most money. You know, it has to make sense, you know. Everybody says, oh, you're dipping and diving, you're running from this guy, running from this guy, he's going for the money or the belt. You're damn right. When I had no choice, Jarrell Washington, I had no choice but to fight Jarrell Washington. I had no options. When I fought Marius Watt, I had no options. I fought Johan Duhaupas, there were no options. You know what I mean? When we fought at Thomas Adamak, it was him or Spilka, because they want a Polish background. Okay, Spilka didn't want the fight. After coming up for like 2 years, Adamak stepped up. So finally I got a couple of options, which is really, for this fight, I have no options really, because Fresno Kennedy didn't want to fight, Trevor Bryan didn't want to fight, but Dinu stepped up. So I finally have a say in my career to have some kind of option. People want to crucify for that, but Dylan White had months to pick opponent, but now he also doesn't have nobody. AJ's been picking guys before he even fought Charles Martin, he's been picking his opponent. So, and are we going to get Deontay? He's been picking upon all his career. He only fought Ortiz because people finally call him Vagina. So he finally actually went to fight Ortiz. But before that, he's fighting people we never even heard of. Before he fought Jarrell Washington, when Washington fought him for the world title, Washington was in the top 10 rankings. Go back to the history. They put Washington in the rankings 7 days before he fought Deontay. Come on, man. So, like I said, man, it's proven to put it. I study the sport of boxing. I just don't talk smack. And I'm not only just a fighter, jump in the ring. I study. You know what I mean? So the guys can talk what they want. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I do.
So, I know you talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's a New York thing or it's just natural?
Man, Ali was talking a lot of junk. You know, a lot of guys talk a lot of junk. But I think it's the fighter itself, man. Me from New York, I grew up rough. So, you know what I mean? Either you put up or shut up. It's plain and simple. But it's a level of disrespect in how you do the talking too. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I get respect because you're a fighter. I'm coming for your head. This is part of life. But outside the ring, it's like, man, everybody got guns. You better calm yourself down. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. When it's come to my profession, that's what I do. But other than that, I'm chilling. I'm chilling like everybody else.
You ever asked Joshua how he felt about being called Anthony G-String Joshua?
Man, I don't care what that boy thinks. He a pansy, bro. He jacks his mom.
Yo, Jarrell, you've been knocking on the door for so many years now. Like, what is it gonna take, man? Like, what is it gonna take for that?
Man, you know me since I was in the Ambers and the Gleasons, and it's been a steady grind, man. And this thing is really a marathon, man. It's not a sprint. So we're finally at that point now. We're about to kick in the door in this fight, and people are going to be listening. You know, I mean, listening now, but you know, we still got some haters here and there. But the main thing is, I feel like I got to knock one of these Brits out, and I'm hoping it's Dylan White, but we don't know yet, man. I'm trying to knock one of these guys out, put AJ on notice.
Okay. And everyone talks about your weight. You know, are they making too much of a big deal about that? Do we need
Find
to stop?
somebody to beat me. Find somebody to beat me then. I mean, football players, I'm big like a football player. They're some of the most active motherfuckers on the planet. Rugby players, some of the biggest gun players. They're more agile than half of the boxers in this game. The only person in this game that I see right now that actually is active, that can move as slick as me, is Tyson Fury, really. For a big guy, Deontay makes movements that don't make no sense. Watch how Deontay slip punches and how he spins off, move out of the pocket. It's retarded. He looks crazy when he's trying to move. Look at AJ. AJ moves a little bit. He's okay, but he's still robotic. He's still stiff. So for a big guy that's 200 pounds, and I'm light on my feet better than anybody, throw more punches than them, better moving them, all them guys, better defense on them guys, beat me. 317 pounds, beat me. Find somebody to beat me. Simple.
You adjust your weight to your opponent, or you just...
Yes. Every fight, I figure out where I look at the guy's weakness. I say, you know, if I come heavy with this guy, I'm gonna impose my will on him. It's gonna keep him running. And I told him my same thing with Adam Mack. You know, I started that camp heavy. I was lifted from the minute I fought Johan Duhapis, the final day I was in the weight room. So we started that camp heavy. And I said, I don't need to drain myself to win this fight. I got to keep my condition to come forward to beat this guy up. And I pick my shots. And I know the minute from the first time I hit him with a jab, he said, and stumbling. I'm like, oh, you're going to be cooked. Because I'm not going to stop now. I'm just getting warmed up, you know. And the minute I started putting my combination, I'm starting to touch him, I know he's going to go.
Because the only thing, when I watch your career, man, I've been saying for like 2 years now, Jarrell deserves a shot.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys have gotten a shot that I feel
Correct.
like you could have had, right?
Yeah.
So, going back to what you...
Brazil, Johan Duhapis, Gerald Washington, we got Ortiz, Brian Jennings, who else we got? Carlos Takam.
So
Like, it's crazy.
Why are you outside that circle?
Man, because remember, it's high risk, low reward right now. I'm a high risk guy, and I'm not afraid of none of these mofos. So when you have somebody that comes forward, that throw punches and don't give a living crap about living and breathing, you don't want that kind of problem, man. We got the West, we got the East Coast over here, Rhode Island. We chilling, baby. New York, we do it, baby. But it's a problem, bro. It's a problem, man.
And I'm Kristal Hart reporting from Madison Square Garden. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the fights.